Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, April 20th, 2012. In Mexico City, the Popocatépetl volcano, 40 miles outside of town, is very active again this morning. Spewed out a large amount of ash and glowing rock from its crater this morning. It's being televised live in Mexico on the Televisa television network. The coordinator for civil protection in the area says that they're not yet ready to order a mandatory evacuation of people living nearby the volcano, but she urged those people to be very, very attentive. No kidding. She also urged them to gather important papers and to have their escape routes planned in case they have to leave quickly. The European Union Parliament this morning blasted Argentina's move to seize control of the Spanish oil company Repsol's subsidiary in Argentina. The Parliament also asked the EU to consider a possible suspension of the tariff-free process, which engages countries in Latin America, including Argentina, with the ability to trade with the EU without paying a tariff. Spain has already said that the acquisition by Argentina of the subsidiary company amounts to outright pillaging. Chubb in Warren, New Jersey, Chubb Insurance reported net income in the first quarter was $506 million compared to $509 million in the first quarter of last year. But their net income per share actually jumped 8%, and their combined loss ratio was down to 90.2% from almost 94% last year, so they had an excellent quarter. The story in today's Royal Gazette in Bermuda is quoting Greg Hendrick, who's the CEO of XL Insurance, saying that Bermuda is not likely to see a new wave of brick-and-mortar insurance companies like it has seen after previous spikes in demand, but rather an influx of smaller alternative arrangements like sidecars and cat bonds. I suspect that Mr. Hendrick is right. He did note that although three Class 4 reinsurers have formed in the recent year, including Third Point and Pac Re, the new capital that's going to be coming in is likely to come in via sidecars and other captive cell arrangements. In Germany, the property and casualty insurers have seen for the first time a noticeable growth in premium income. The downside is that they've also seen an increase in claims. Dr. Robert Pohlhausen, chief executive of the German insurance group, said that German insurance industry had seen a 2.7 increase in premium income from last year, but unfortunately they also saw an increase in claims of about 2.6%. So they only got a little bit of an overage on that. Those big storms, those tornadoes that went through Alabama last April, and Tuscaloosa in particular, believe it or not, $3 billion in claims were filed by Alabama home and business owners in 1 week relating to the claims that came from that tornado, and those claims have been paid. Now here's one of these things where it's tough to go figure. Yesterday we reported the success of the Indian missile launch, which prompted actually celebrations in the streets. Euphoria on the part of the press that they've been able to launch a missile that can actually reach important cities in China. I don't know why people would be celebrating this. Meanwhile, the Chinese responded today with their media calling the Indian missile a dwarf and saying that the Chinese missiles are far stronger and can go much farther. People are crazy. Now, in the West, for the first time in the United States now, it seems as if people are beginning to recognize that Nicolas Sarkozy, the president of France, who serves a 5-year term, could actually lose his re-election bid. The race is April 22nd, which is the first round. It's expected that Mr. Sarkozy's main challenger, a socialist, Francois Hollande, will obtain enough votes to prompt a runoff, which would be scheduled for May 6th. And right now it seems as if Mr. Sarkozy would not win that runoff. So we may have a new president of France. This, of course, does have implications for EU discussions because Mr. Sarkozy and Ms. Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, have developed a very close relationship. That's the news for today. Have a good weekend. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you Monday.